Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Planescape Torment. I am your host, MeleeWizard, and I did a little bit of digging both on camera, both in-game and not in-game, and it turns out there was... Turns out I actually had something in my journal regarding the decanter. It was Namel in the Clerk's Ward. And there she is. Oh, but... Where are these shadows coming from? Anyway, this tall, slender woman, sipping wine from a small ceramic cup, appears to be looking for someone. Her facial features are elegantly exotic, and the woman's ears, though partially covered by her long hair, can be seen to come to sharp points. The woman turns to face you, violet eyes flashing like flawless chips of amethyst. Her speech is as music. You can hear a faint musical tinkling, 100 tiny crystal bells as she speaks. Each word lingers in your ears as if they were unwilling to relinquish the exquisite sound. Namel turned to face the scarred, dour stranger. She asked what he wished of her. Stop your drooling, you leering skull. My, what a hot-blooded little chit, starved for attention. I could drool over you too if you're just jealous. Get a hair's breadth closer, skull, and I'll see to it that not one of your chattering teeth lies within 100 paces of another. Yeah. I was told you know the command word for this decanter. The woman makes no move to touch or examine the decanter, but only speaks. Namel took it from the stranger, turning it in her hands. Had she seen its like before, she thought? Perhaps. Yes, she remembered now. She returned the decanter, whispering into his ear as she did so. Note that it also says she makes no move to...
Updated my journal.
You realize you know the word now. Nil denosage. Though you're certain the woman never whispered to you, but merely said she did. She blinks at you. Would the stranger leave her now, satisfied with what she had told him? Looking for someone. Where could she be, Namel wondered. Her companion, Aelwyn, was supposed to have met her here days ago. The woman sighs miserably. The air around her grows chill with her sadness. How long must she search this vast foreign city before she finds her dearest friend? Namel clasps her hands together and bows her head to you. She would be so pleased to hear news of her friend. She told the kind stranger what Aelwyn looked like so that he would know her should he come across her. An image forms in your mind, a woman who resembles Namel but with golden eyes and hair of fiery crimson.
Updated my journal.
Huh. So she needs only speak of something and it exists. Weird. I think I remember being... Wait. There you are. This tall, slender woman occasionally looks up from her cup of wine to scan the surrounding patrons and passersby. Her facial features are elegantly exotic, and her eyes, a brilliant golden color, catch the light. What little there is this time of night, sparkling as she looks about. She regards you carefully for a moment before replying. She speaks slowly and carefully, avoiding direct eye contact with you. I, Aelwyn, return your greetings.
Updated my journal.
She begins to smile, but then covers her mouth with her hand and looks down at her drink. I, Aelwyn, am most pleased to hear of Namel. Might I, Aelwyn, persuade you to tell her of this place? Okay.
Updated my journal.
She looks at you directly, and for just the briefest of moments before she casts her eyes back down to her drink, your senses are awash with a warm, comfortable feeling. Pure happiness. I, Aelwyn, thank you. The way she speaks and what her words do. Yeah, can you enlighten me on this? I, Aelwyn, can only say that we come from another place, another world. We are not like the people here, whose words, thoughts, very feelings even, affect nothing directly. I, Aelwyn, take great care so as to not affect those around me too greatly. Namel, she is new here, and cannot do so. It is something she must learn, should she choose to remain here much longer. There are many reasons. I, Aelwyn, feel it is not right to impose reality upon those without the ability to impose their own reality upon me, Aelwyn. She frowns. A strange, unpleasant feeling rises in the pit of your stomach. Please, I, Aelwyn, would speak of it no more. She looked at you directly, your face reflected in the glittering golden discs of her eyes. He would speak of it no more to Aelwyn, and thus would no longer force her to speak in such a way to him. You find yourself unable to voice another question, your words catch in your throat as you try to ask. So, yeah, basically anyone who they speak, and so it shall be. A very powerful ability, but one that must be used with care. The woman smiles as she greets you, her beauty no less breathtaking than the first time you saw her. Namel held her breath as the stranger approached her. Had he found Aelwyn, she wondered.
Updated my journal.
Namel's lips form a perfect smile. An infectious happiness radiates from her, clinging to you like sweet-smelling warmth. Namel was overjoyed to hear of her friend. Was Aelwyn close by? Namel thanked the man for his wondrous news. Soon she would go to visit her oldest friend Aelwyn. Now, though, she would reward the stranger. Namel touches her index finger to her lips, making a faint hushing noise. She would draw the stranger close, laying her hand upon his chest and kissing the pale, leathery skin of his cheek. Life would flow into him, invigorating him. This, then, was to be his reward. Max HP plus 3. Not bad. As you wait, there's a light tingling sensation upon your cheek and chest. The feeling spreads across the whole of your body and you begin to feel stronger, more animated. Namel listened to the stranger's questions, but could answer none. He would have to seek his answers elsewhere. Namel smiles at you, slowly shaking her head, your face reflected in her shimmering eyes. Frustrated, confused, he at last gave up. It was clear this woman possessed no more knowledge than was of use to him, or if she did, she could not be persuaded to share it. You open your mouth, but no words come out. Try as you might, you cannot question her. Namel shakes her head sadly. Alright, and off you go. Alright, so now that I have the command word for the decanter...
Alright.
Head back to the Smoldering Corpse bar and see what we can do with you. You tilt the decanter over the grill and begin to pour. A small stream of ice blue water pours from the decanter and touches the flames of the grill with a violent hissing and a rush of steam. As if in response to this challenge, the decanter seems to lunge forward, falling onto the grill and shattering. Hissing billows of steam and a furious crackling noise rushes from the grill, spilling over you and forcing you to cover your ears and turn away. There is a scream, a cackling, a terrible sound like 100 buildings burning, people screaming, their screams being cut short by the roar of flame and melting flesh. As you put your hands over your ears to block out the sound, you feel a stickiness on your hands, like hot cheese or candle wax. Your ears are bleeding from the sound. You draw your hands back and see them covered with chunks of melted flesh filled with bloody swirls. You are about to run from the bar, anything to get away from the sound, when suddenly all falls silent, except for a jagged crackling coming from the grill. You turn. On the grill lies the decanter of endless water, now nothing but shards and steam. Above it is the creature, flames still trailing from his body, floating over the bar's floor. Yet is staring at you, his eyes flickering like two torches. The creature's face splits, charred flesh peeling away from its jaw so that it might speak. Yes. Its voice crackles, burns, roars through the creature's chest, and with every word, flakes of cinder and ash spit from its mouth and drift into the air. You can barely stand to look at the thing. The blazing radiance surrounding it is terrible to behold.
Yes, long have I slept dreams of flames. I am yours till death comes for us both.
You shall. And so we have a new party member. Ignis, chaotic neutral, mage level 7. And I looked at his spell list, and it is literally all fire spells. And I did look into one mage shop that I knew just to see if I could find like a scroll of identify or something. Unfortunately, they did not have one. But I have a new party member.
I'm gone.
We'll see how much he's able to contribute, I suppose. Alright, so with that out of the way... Let's see, lower wards, head back into the foundry.
Done.
You approach the location of the portal that the... What? You approach the location of the portal that the boy Laszlo spoke of. You begin to replay your conversation with him in your head. Maybe the secret to getting in is to not want to get in. Oh! Well then, okay, let's see what this is.
Done.
Huh. Coax metal? You see an iron creature. Its size is staggering. If it stood full height, it would shatter the roof of the siege tower. Thundering echoes rattle the walkway as the creature hammers away on its forge, and the smell of soot and ash fills the air.
Updated my journal.
There is the screaming of metal on metal as the giant turns to face you. You suddenly realize the golem is built into the siege wall itself. Girders, pipes, and huge bracers run through its lower torso and into the walls, and the bottom portion of its body makes up the forge itself. I am iron given purpose. I forged the implements by which the multiverse will be unmade. Metal is like flesh, both carry potential in their veins. When tempered with heat and pressure, the potential surfaces. My purpose is to bring forth this potential, allow it expression. Who do you make these weapons for? I forged them for the sake of entropy. They are pain seeking expression. Beyond this tower, order rallies its legions. The multiverse heals its wounds. In time, this strength may equal entropy.
Updated my journal.
The multiverse breathes, it grows, it stagnates, it forges its chains around the planes link by link. In time, even entropy may be chained. I would assume so, I guess. When a thing seals itself against its own destruction, it merely dies a different death. All things have a common ground in decay. War is necessary. Death is necessary. Decay is necessary. And how much is too much? There are no limits. Limits are one of the links in the chain of order. Limits must be shattered. All must fall upon Entropy's blade. The time nears when it will be necessary to breach the walls of creation. Order will be put to the sword. Its chains will be broken. The multiverse will be unmade. I highly doubt it. The Night Hag sought to sunder the city. Her greatest works were those of unmaking. She walked the path of entropy.
Updated my journal.
Order set chains about her. She was cast within a cage. Okay. Can you do anything with my weapons? Show me what you have brought. I will study its potential and see if its pain can be given expression. Brimstone hammer? Spike gauntlets of ogre power? That's some decent damage there, actually. Okay, so mine is just a +1 axe, okay. Although that's... I think that's a mithril battle axe, too, okay. Where's the... There we go. Okay, so it can't actually improve my weapons. That is what I'm gleaning from that, which is unfortunate. Okay. It was worth a look, I guess. So... Well... Okay, and I didn't stumble upon a new quest from that. All right. Certainly didn't expect to find that. Definitely interesting.
All right.
Now it's just a matter of... Let's see, where was the boss of this place again? Ah, there you are. Certainly, just make sure you have the proper items for it. Protection from the flames, tongs, hammer, and of course, your iron ore. Okay then. So, the Godwin Hall. Can I just go right in on this? Nope, it's locked. How about... I will need a key. Okay. How about this? Before I go into there... You're wanting to be a smith now, eh, lad? Very well. You'll need an apron, 10 copper, some tongs, another 10, and a hammer, which will be 20. It comes to, let me see, 50 copper. Yeah. Don't forget to pick up some ore from Thildon if you're wanting to work the forge. He's a miserly bastard, but he's the only person to get ore from. Okay. Okay, so it's not something I can actually equip. Alright. Okay. Little room to nowhere. Speak with a high up, or you can go get through us. I wouldn't recommend that last option, though. Alright, fine. See a competent, somewhat bored-looking guard. Let's see. Either Sandoz or Kildor will be able to aid you in this matter. Kildor is in the main meeting hall, just through the door on the right side of the main foundry. Sandoz can usually be found in the rooms to the rear of the hall. Alright. So, do you have any information before I delve on forward? Ah. Alright. In we go. Sarosa. You see a young woman. As you approach her, her eyes stare directly into yours. You get the uncomfortable feeling that she's not just examining your eye color. Her gaze seems to penetrate far deeper than that. Greetings, stranger. How goes your day? What answers do you seek, half-man?
Updated my journal.
I call you half-man because I cannot see your spirit. All other mortals who pass through my life show their spirits to me as a shining spark or a smoldering ember. You show nothing at all. I call you half-man because I cannot see your spirit as I see those of others. Whether this is because you have no soul or because you have transcended, I cannot say. One way or another, you are but half a man. What the other is, I cannot say. And who might you be? I am Sarosa, daughter of Sandoz, one of the factors of the Godsmen. My brother Saros is a child of the Foundry, yet I fear he has never embraced the philosophy of the Believers of the Source. My father is a factor here. one of the higher-ups, I believe. And his travels have led him far from the Foundry and into realms most mortals would never even dream of achieving. Saros is a brash, impulsive lad, easily given over to his manhood. He is eager to prove himself equal of anything on the plains, full of the aggression of youth. I believe he feels himself more sensate than Godsman, further vindicating my belief that the sensates are the most immature of all the factions of Sigil. Considering that I am one, why are they the most immature? Because, like children, they do not understand that there is more beyond the world of the senses, beyond what you can see, hear, taste, touch, smell. Look around you. You are in the outer planes. This is belief made solid. But that does not mean the seemingly rough matter can be comprehended by the senses. This is belief. No mere physicality can match it. Okay. Stairs to the upper level.
All right.
Okay, you're just say the same thing over and over again. Oh, there's Saros. You see a sandy-haired youth. He's on the cusp between adolescence and adulthood, and from his eyes, it looks like he's trying to be as adult as possible without having the slightest idea how. In other words, he seems innocent. I grew up here. I played in the main foundry area and ran through the barracks. It stinks and it's loud, and people can be like Thildon, but it's still home to me. Me? I'm Saros. I grew up around here. Got to run through the foundry playing with stuff. I like pretty much everyone here except for Thildon. He keeps saying I'm not raised right and that my father is a poor parent. All I know is that Thildon's the biggest sod I ever met. There's smiths and workers. I think they mean well, but they're all so earnest and boring. They need to liven themselves up a bit, like, say, the sensates. They know how to live life. They know what it's all about. It's not like these people. They keep pretending there's some big noble purpose to it all, but I don't see it. My sister says that life is more than our senses show, but I don't see how she knows that, since all she knows is through her senses. I just don't get why people make this stuff up. Okay. Keldor, alright. You see a sturdy man who looks like he's just bursting with vitality. His face is tanned and lined, and his black beard is beginning to show hints of white. Hail, stranger, and well met. What can I do for you this fine day? My friend, I am Keldor of Durian, one of the factotums of the Godsmen, and nominally in charge of this place while our true higher-ups are gone in conclave. Fair enough. Okay, no other... Well... I'm gonna assume that I can't just... Never mind. You see a bushy-haired man clad in the height of fashion, if you consider fashion to have died 50 years ago. His clothing seems to consist of tattered street urchin rags, and he seemed to affect a disdainful manner towards those around him. Or that might be his actual manner. He doesn't even glance at you until you speak to him, and then his eyes begin searching your face carefully. You want something? I am Nile Xander, great-grandson of the artificer Zero Xander, engineer, dreamer, creator. And I have finished his work, the work that you commissioned, the Dream Builder. That I commissioned? Are you ready to claim the use of it now? It is both machine and ritual. It is a state of mind and a construct of steam and blood. It grants dreams to those who enter its confines. It was built for you, and it's waiting for you. Are you ready to finish it off? It has been waiting for you for decades. Okay. Because my great-grandfather, Xenozander, set your face in stone so that we would know you when you returned for the work you commissioned. He always thought you'd return, but no one else truly believed you would. Our family completed it because we said we would. And now here you are. No, it was stolen from me a year ago. I only saw a shadow flitting away. It was only the item taken. It was the only item taken from my home. I have no idea who'd take it, but I'd memorized the features. Okay. What I need to begin the final stages of the Dream Builder is a piece of your skin immersed in your blood, so the machine can familiarize itself with your physical essence. It must be in a blue-green bottle to symbolize the dream sea on which you will float. So... said it was a blue-green bottle. Okay. That's not the direction I was expecting that to go in, to be honest. Okay. So, I guess, join me next time when we explore more of this place and see what we can do about forging stuff or something. I don't know. So until then, this is MeleeWizard, and have a nice day.